Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, Kate Dillon here, and I wanted to have a really fun show today. So it is, I actually just realized as I was writing the description for this that it's Cinco de Mayo because I celebrated Cinco de Cuatro yesterday. So, and for anybody that wants to tell me that that's the 5th of 4th, I know I'm making a joke based on the show Arrested Development that is hilarious. So that's what I have to say about that. So, you know, if you like Arrested Development, you know, hit that like button. Well, and in fact, while we're doing this, during this show here, you can always share that we're live on the show and, you know, have some friends join in because we're going to have some fun today. I always like to kick this off and talk about what I'm giving away. So one of the things I'm giving away today is I just got these. So I have been a longtime dealer for Joe's Racing products. I love their products, you know, made in America, amazing products. And so this week we're giving away a hat. So all you need to do in order to win the hat is just drop in a comment and you can say anything. You can say hi, you can ask a question, you can drop in a GIF or an emoji or whatever you want to do, and we will take a look at those and I'll do just randomly draw at the end. But because we're talking about a Joe's hat, I wanted to show off a couple of their products actually. And in fact, and Alex, will you look up the price of this for me?
Yeah.
So this, I've got Alex in the studio helping out today.
$193.64.
Okay, great. So one of them, and here's a product that we put together here at Crate Insider, and it is our intake manifold waterline kit from for a -16 or a -20. It's meant for a 604 engine. And what I love about this product that we put together is it combines several different things. We're using Aeroquip hose, we use Fragola fittings, and then we use the Joe's Racing products. We use their water outlet. You can choose from a -16 or a -20, and we use the Joe's thermo spacer. So it really gets that whole kit, you know, it's all set up, and this whole kit runs $193.64. We'll drop a link in there, but we'll also drop in a link about the Joe's Racing products just to find all of the Joe's Racing products on our site. We've got some great things like our carb stud kits, and I love their GoPro mounts to be able to put onto your car and be able to record your races. I absolutely love their GoPro mount, so that's another really big benefit there. All right, another thing I absolutely have to mention, you might notice that I'm wearing, I guess you can't notice it because I got my hair in the way, but I'm wearing my Daytona 1 shirt because right now what we have going on is the D1 challenge. It's the Daytona 1 challenge, and it's really cool. We've seen some videos come through, and if you want to participate in the Daytona 1 challenge and you don't just participate, you get something cool out of the deal. When you participate in the Daytona 1 challenge, you get a prize pack, and you just fill out the form on our website where it's got your name and address so we know where to send your prize pack. You jot down which product that you did a video about, and you give us the link for where we can see your video. And once you do that, then you're going to get a prize pack. And is this the right thing? Is it spray lube in the prize pack, or did I just happen to have the spray lube out? Okay, great. I have to make sure I've got products. You guys should see my desk. I have products everywhere right now. But you get the prize pack with these great products. I love the Dirt Off. It's great for keeping dirt and dust from sticking to your car. The wax makes it shiny and nice. And plus it smells really, really good. We love the spray lube, and plus you get the Daytona 1 stickers. And you get the product, whatever you did the video on, you get that product in the prize pack as well. And there's a video that I posted today on Crate Insider here from Tommy Belmer, and he did a fantastic job. I love the energy that he put into that video. It was interesting and fun to watch, and when he posted it, you know, it's just one of those glitchy things. Video can be glitchy, and I wasn't seeing the whole thing, but I wanted to see what happened next. So I was like, Tommy, please send me that video. So you can see that on our Crate Insider Facebook page. You can see that video, and you know what, I might even put that up on YouTube because it is a really fun video. He did a great job. So I hope that you will participate in the Daytona 1 challenge because it's a great opportunity. I mean, you're getting free stuff, and especially if you're already using the products. And if you're not using Daytona 1 products, why not? I mean, it's definitely a brand that we've been talking about for quite a while. It's fantastic. All right, so I have another thing that I'm giving away too. So if you happen to know what my sign said last week, and you will win, we're still going to do a random number drawing, but put in to the comments what my sign said last week, and you will win a bag of the Crate Insider Sweet Teriyaki Beef Jerky. So we had this specially made. It's made in California with like really good grade of beef, and yeah, we love our beef jerky. So this is gonna go to the winner of somebody who knows my sign and what my sign said last week. Oh, speaking of signs, there's a little change on my wall up here, right there. This is kind of cool. It's a gift I got this week from Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines, and it's a saw blade from a lumber mill, and I'm going to step aside so you can see it, but on there he laser etched it and says, some people want it to happen, some people wish it would happen, I make it happen. And he has all of my websites listed on there, which is pretty cool. So you got Crate Insider and Winning Motorsports Marketing and CateDillon.com, Racing Insiders podcast, and then my Racing Rewind YouTube channel as well. So I guess, like we say in this office, all the things. But with that, let's go ahead and take a look at some comments and say hi. So I see we've got Cody here and Brandon and Michael and Darren, Bill, hey Bill, and Jerry and Steve and Mike, Alan, and another Mike, Cade, Josh. Gosh, thank you guys all for being here. Oh, Michael says he's about ready to order a lot of parts from me. Well, great, Michael. I'm gonna have probably some suggestions for you here today too. And Lucas is here. Oh yes, and it's Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday from the Corona capital. Yeah, Brian keeps being from the Corona capital, and I'm glad you're still plugging along. And I see Matt's here, and he's happy about the videos, and Logan and Alan and KL. I mean, so many of you here today. Jason, you were asking me to give you a call. I don't have your phone number, so just call me after this. And yeah, okay, so we got lots and lots of comments. Something to mention, people mentioned the show, so we have, of course, our new show, Unsealed, that happens on Sundays with me and Steve Hendren, and it's a lot more casual, where we just kind of sit around and we argue about things and answer some tech questions. And today, in this video today, I will be answering some of the most frequently asked questions we see on that. But I want to go ahead and let you know, too, if you missed the live show that happens on Facebook, no worries, we repost that show in two places on Monday mornings. One of those places, we take that video and we put it up on YouTube for one, and so if you want to actually watch the video, but since we're mostly talking and not really showing much of anything, I also decided to add it to our podcast. So you can go to CrateInsider.com, and at the very top there's a tab that says podcast, and that'll take you over to the podcast website, or you can type in RacingInsidersPodcast.com, or I mean you can go to the websites and all, but that means it's also on iTunes and Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud. It's on all of the platforms, probably on Google Play as well. So it's on all of those different places where you can find it. And so if you'd rather just listen to what we talk about, and we're getting a lot of great feedback about people being entertained and also learning some things, so definitely we invite you to join us for Unsealed, Life Beyond the Bolts is what the name of that show is, just like this one is, Top 5 Tuesday. So let's see, I've mentioned the Daytona 1 Challenge, and we're talking about Joe's, we're talking about, we're also, yeah, I mean, and I came at a loss for a second, but I also have a brand spanking new product to show you guys too. And it just came in. We just got this listed on the website. So it says brand new, and this is from my awesome friend Dave Hammond from Hammond Motorsports, and he has now created a plumb bob kit. And I can just tell you from just feeling the heft of this that it is actually pretty darn heavy duty. So when we open this up, and I may need to take a quick look at what we've got here. Oh, there we go. Here, I love this. Dave is so organized. It even says what each of the items are in here. So you've got the ball joint adapters, you've got the grease zerk, 1/2-inch bolt adapter, you have and then here are the plumb bobs, and they are, I mean, I know you can't feel the weight of these, but They're nice. They're really, really nice. Nice, beautiful, beautiful machine work here. So you've got, looks like you've got 6 plumb bobs right here. I'm trying to make sure you can see that for the camera. Then we have a 1/2 half-inch bolt adapter, a couple of those. We've got a whole pile of string right here and a tap. So this whole kit, and you've got even some stickers here, stickers and brochures. He's just knocking it out of the park with these new products. This whole kit runs $199. So brand new in our store, brand new product all in all. I think he just came out with this just a couple weeks ago, and then of course we just got it on the website. Always love Dave's products, but I'm really excited about this one. And if you don't have his cast or camber gauge yet, definitely pick one of those up, and chassis setup plates. I mean, it's just pretty darn amazing. So I am excited to be standing here and talking about new products. I'm just gonna tell you, I really, really am. It's been a down kind of time of year, and I'm ready to get back racing, and I hope you are too. And well, I'm sure you are. I mean, you're watching, and we're all talking about racing, so that's a good thing. All right, so actually, before I jump into the top 5, I do want to mention this too. So for anybody who doesn't know, besides Crate Insider, I also teach racers about marketing and sponsorship, and that is on my website, winningmotorsportsmarketing.com. And over there, I have a membership program where each month we talk about a different topic. And like last month, we did a 30-day Facebook challenge where it was all captions for doing Facebook posts or any kind of social media posts. But the action guide for this month that just came out over the weekend, if you have struggled with selling sponsorship, if you've struggled with sales, and you're like, you know, how do I pick up the phone and start the conversation? How do I take it to the next level? How do I actually close a deal? I did a whole action guide talking about cold call sales and you've got like a script in there for making phone calls, a script for sending out emails. And so if you would like to join the program, we'll drop in a link. Otherwise it's winningmotorsportsmarketing.com. You would click on the training tab and join the Smart Racers program. And I'd love to welcome you into the program because I really want racers to be successful. If you're successful, makes you want to buy parts, and then I can be successful because you can buy the parts from me. So I'm all about creating a win-win situation, you guys. So I just want to go ahead and throw that shout out there. And I am incredibly excited about the issue. I grew up and my first real job out of high school was I was a traveling salesman for 5 years. So not everybody can say that, but yeah, I was the traveling salesman. So anyway, one of those fun things to be able to say. Lots of jokes around that one. But what I wanted to do for the show today, we always do top 5 something, so I wanted to talk about the top 5 most frequently asked questions, because some of the same questions keep popping up time after time, like especially on Unsealed, or even in our private messages over here on Facebook or emails or anything. The same questions come up over and over again, and there may be a few more, but these are going to be the top 5 ones. So let's kick it off with a question that people ask: should I use a 3-inch or a 4-inch filter? Is there a performance difference between the two? The answer to that is no. There is no performance difference between the 3-inch and the 4-inch filter under normal racing conditions. So that means if you're going, it's a typical race and you've got like a 25 lap feature, no difference. Now, if you were to have a much, much longer race, like a 100 lap race or something like that, you might want to go with a 4-inch just to have that added capacity to trap dirt. But for your typical 3-inch, and the advantage of the 3-inch, I'm finding more and more customers are gravitating towards the 3-inch height, because especially if you couple this with our air filter base that raises up your air filter 2 inches, that height can be a clearance issues can happen. So we are really seeing more of the people going with the 3-inch filter. So that's the answer to that one. Pretty simple. All right, next up. Oh, what spark plugs do we recommend? And do we recommend any, super special fancy spark plugs? So no, we don't. We recommend one of 2 kinds of spark plugs. And that would be our NGK R5724-8s or the Autolite AR94s. either one of these spark plugs is a great selection, and they work well regardless of what kind of fuel you're using, which can definitely be an issue with some other plugs. And just we have found with the temperature ranges and these particular plugs, just very consistent performance in the 602s and 604s, regardless of the fuel that you choose. So definitely these would be the two that we recommend, the NGK R5724-8s or the AR94s, auto lights. All right, I'm gonna see if there's any questions before I move on here. Right, and I see a couple people know my sign, so I'm excited to see that. Danny likes last week's gift. Well, he won that. I think he won the sling grip last week, so that's pretty cool. Kale says the spray lube is the bomb, works everywhere from the shop to the household. Yeah, it's a fantastic product. I mean, nothing but great feedback right there, so cool deal. All right, so next up, in our number 3 of our most frequently asked questions, what kind of spark plug wire should I use? And I'm gonna answer this both for if you have an HEI distributor or you have a billet distributor. So if you're running a 602 series and you have to run an HEI, which means you're not running a coil, then you don't need a coil wire, but we're still going to recommend the same spark plug wires, and that is our fast fire wire. For one, I love the heat shielding that's on them. I mean, they're heat safe up to 400 and something degrees. Also, they have, their resistance is one of the lowest, so 30 ohms per foot. So it's fantastic there. And yes, it does come with all 8 wires. I love how they're actually marked by the cylinder, so they're meant for under header installation. And yes, it comes with a coil wire. So if you've got an HEI and you don't need a coil wire, you just have, you know, it's kind of like taking your toys apart when you were a kid and putting them back together and having extra pieces. It's kind of like that. So, or if you ever decided you wanted to go with a billet distributor later on, you'd already have a coil wire. And so we do love the fast fire wire. I want to say, I didn't write down the price. I want to say they're like $159.99, and of course available on our website for sure. All right, next up, our next question is, oh, this one is so typical. Hey Kate, how often should I change my valve springs? Well, I would love to give you just like a very simple answer, but the truth is it's like one of those funny things. Like reminds me of the funny quote, for every complex question there's a simple answer, but it's wrong. So it's actually kind of funny. But the thing is, I can't exactly tell you. How many laps are you running? What kind of conditions are you under? What kind of stresses are in your engine? There's no one single answer to that. So our answer to that is to go to our friends from LSM Racing Products and go with the valve spring pressure tester. So this is our on-the-car valve spring tester, and we get it specifically, order this. Now, a lot of times you're gonna find on-the-car valve spring pressure testers are gonna have 600-pound gauges. Well, in this case, I order this specifically with the 160-pound gauge. And the reason I do that is because that gives us, we don't have 500, 600-pound springs on these crate engines. So therefore, with having an 160-pound gauge, we can have far more accurate numbers when we're pulling on those. So what we recommend is that after each race weekend that you test each of your valve springs to see where they are. Now, it's all going to be kind of relative, and you want the same person to do this over and over again each week. And because if you pull on it or I pull on it, there can be some slight differences in that, so you want to have that consistency. But with that, when you start seeing your valve springs start dropping off, or you see a vast difference between one valve spring and the next, it's time to change them. So this is what we recommend, is the LSM Racing Products valve spring pressure tester, and it'll be a really good choice, and then you'll know when to actually change your valve springs. All right, next up, this is number 5. Wow, we kind of went through these fast. I talked fast maybe. So the next one is very, very typical. And that question is, hey Kate, how often should I change my oil? Well, that's a hard one too, because again, it depends on your racing conditions, and you could, get some oil samples and send them in. Our rule of thumb is after 3 race nights or 100 laps. 100 racing laps. Somewhere in there. It seems to be, that's just the rule of thumb. You never want to wait too long to change your oil. It really is like the best insurance policy that you can have for your engine is just to keep fresh oil in it. It's going to give better performance. So you don't want to be lax in that at any means. And when it is time for you to change your oil, I thought I'd just go ahead and do a shout out for, we sell both the Schaefer's 1030, and this is the 1030 racing oil, and we sell the Klotz 10W40. And of course we've got the Wix oil filters right here. And if you're looking for a product that is great, also here's a great one for the D1 challenge, is our Daytona 1 XL1 engine treatment, which is fantastic. You know, regardless of what kind of oil you decide to use, the XL1 engine treatment will help to have better lubrication, cut down on parasitic drag, lower your temperatures, and give you more horsepower. So that's why we recommend the Daytona 1 XL1 engine treatment. So I guess I got a pile of products here on my desk today, and that is all through them. Now I'm gonna see if there are any questions here, right here, and I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments here. Casual is an understatement. Oh, talking about our show on Sundays, yes. It's drinking beer, and Steve swears a lot, so just warning, it is not a family-friendly show as far as that goes. All right. Oh, here we go. What is the best weight oil for a quick change rear end? The gear oil that we like to use and recommend is the Daytona 1 3060 gear oil. Really cuts down on parasitic drag, lowers your temperatures for your gears, and it's fantastic. So that's the one I would go with, is the Daytona 1 3060 gear oil. Okay, so let's see, I guess it's time to do some drawings. And do you have some numbers for me, Alex?
I can get you some real quick.
All right, Alex is gonna get me some numbers.
64 on comments.
Okay, great. And all right, and tell me how many people knew the sign.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Okay. All right. Okay, how much stagger should I run? Bill, I don't know the answer to that question. Okay. Great. And give us a moment here while we do our drawings. Oh, well, that one's easy. Okay. And to remind you what we're giving away this week, the first drawing is going to be for our Joe's Racing hat. So this is a Joe's Racing Products Pacific Headwear Flex Fit. Happens to be a large/extra large. And Alex will have an answer for me on that in just a minute. And then our second drawing is going to be for beef jerky. So if you know what my sign said last week, we'll have an answer for you there too. So Alex is getting me the winner here right now, and our winner of a hat is Michael McCoy. So Michael, if you would, please send me a private message with your address, and I will get this hat sent out to you. And then next up, I'm just waiting on the other name for the beef jerky, and this is Mike Charlton. So Mike Charlton, so I've got Michael McCoy and Mike Charlton. Please send me your address and I'll get those prizes sent out to you. In the meantime, I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Happy Cinco de Mayo, and I will look forward to seeing you Sunday on the Unsealed Show or next Tuesday for Top 5 Tuesday. Have a great time. Have a great day.